This. I don't know how many times I will say this or how many times I will send it for you guys to understand what I'm saying. But I will keep saying it. You are not a superhero. You are not. You are not Spider Man. You are not a Superman or whatever. You are not a superhero. You are going to do what you can, how you can. But you trying to overdo it, trying to do extra, maybe because you felt the need that you need everything to be in order, you need everything to be perfect. Perfection leads to depression. The more perfect you try to be, the more perfect you try to make the whole situation look, is you setting yourself up for a serious heartache because you don't know when, you don't know how, you just have to do it and believe you have done your best because you trying to do that best every time will only lead you into overthinking, into worry. And that's why I say that you are not a superhero. Even superhero do make mistakes sometimes. Peter Pan and co, they do make mistakes sometimes. So nobody is perfect. So you seeking that perfection, trying to be that you are not supposed to be because you're human. Only the God, only gods can be perfect. Even sometimes we even query them that the way they did some things, how somebody, somebody that we love left us is not how it's supposed to be. But at the end of the day, we still ascribe that perfection to them. But meanwhile, you, a human that lives in your country, in India, in Africa, in Europe, you are trying to be perfect. Who told you you can be perfect? You can only try. I'm not saying you shouldn't try, but what I'm saying is remove that mindset of perfection, trying to be perfect in everything. You're not going to be perfect all the time. You're only going to do what you can, how you can, when you can, and just leave the rest, believing that you have done what you can. Because you're not going to keep trying and giving yourself multiple heartache, and at the end of the day, what you did and how you did it was enough for the person you did it for. So I will keep hammering it out and I keep saying it. You are not a superhero. There is nothing in your DNA that makes you a superhero. I know sometimes we like to believe that we are superheroes, that we can do all things through, you know, that strengthens you. But that, regardless, try as much as possible to do the one you can do and leave the rest and keep firing because trying to be perfect, trying to meet perfection, we only leave gap. It will only leave gap in what you can in what you can do because okay, take it like this: you are trying to be perfect today, and you have to do three things or maybe four things today, but you are stuck in one because you are trying to meet perfection, which is good. You owe yourself that. You owe yourself that level of perfection. But at the end of the day, you have to tell yourself the simple truth: I cannot be perfect always. I cannot be perfect always. So let me do the ones I can do when I can do them and just, keep at it. Keep at that pace. Keep doing it that way. And mind you, the more you do things, the more you do them, the more you take care of your family, the more you become good at it. The more you take care of your partner, the more you become good at it. The more you cook that food, the more you make that thing that is always bugging you, the more you become perfect at it. Nobody becomes number one the day they start. Nobody. If there is anybody that becomes number one the day they start, please point that person to me. Even your religious leaders, Christians, even Jesus Christ, it took him time to learn. Even Buddha and all the rest, it took them time to learn, perfect, and they come up and they start teaching, start guiding, start doing all things because it took them time. So you coming out and saying that I must do this in this way, I must do this in that way, that if it's not this way it's not going to meet up to my standard. It's good to set standard, don't get me wrong. It's good to have standard. Standard is paramount, is very very important. But let's not forget that standard sometimes is by percentage. 80% is still A, 90 is still A, 100 is still A, 95 is still A. So if you have 80, you still have your A in peace. So do them, do to the best of your abilities. Don't give yourself that unnecessary pressure because you want to do it so some certain way. Please and please again, I will keep hammering it. You are not a superhero. When you become one, please let me know. Tell me what you use, maybe the cream you use or the what you drank that gave you that super strength and that superhero ability. Maybe I will take it and then I will start doing things in superhero speed and in superhero ability. But for now, please take care of yourself while trying to take care of others because you cannot carry somebody when you can't lift yourself up. You rise by lifting others is when you have already risen, when you're already up there. Because if you are sit on the floor trying to lift somebody that is still on the floor with you, believe you me, you are not going to get far. You're not going to get anywhere. You are going to stay on the ground with that person you're trying to lift. So this is me telling you, you're not a superhero. Thank you and bye.